This is Bill Symes with the Phillips Game of the Week, presented by your Phillips 66 dealer, where you get Phillips 66 flight fuel for your car and Phillips 66 Trop Arctic, the all-weather motor oil. We'll be seeing you as we follow the top thrills in football with the Big 7 Game of the Week, brought to you by your Phillips 66 dealer, where you see the famous orange and black shield.
Here it comes, and there it goes. There's power for you, superpower, flight fuel power. And now you can get this power in Phillips 66 flight fuel. Flight fuel with diisopropyl at Phillips 66 stations. Diisopropyl and HF alkylate are high-test fuel components developed by Phillips in wartime for high-performance aircraft. Now that government restrictions have been lifted on these components, they're available for use in automotive gasoline. New Phillips 66 flight fuel gives increased power, smoother acceleration, greater fuel economy, and is clean burning, eliminating the necessity for special additives. Here it comes, and there it goes with Phillips 66 flight fuel. Get new Phillips 66 flight fuel at stations where you see the famous orange and black Phillips 66 shield.
The game program shows Oklahoma's future opponents. The Sooners today are concerned with TCU. Oklahoma's marching band struts their stuff for the hometowners here in Norman, Oklahoma. Oklahoma's mighty Sooners come onto the field amidst the thunderous ovation from their loyal supporters. Natives of Norman are getting their first look at this year's Oklahoma 11. And there's the coach, Bud Wilkinson, one of the nation's top exponents of the split tee. Number 22 is Buddy Leak, a 21-year-old senior from Memphis, Tennessee. Number 41 is a 3-year letterman from Muskogee, Oklahoma, Max Boydston. And here is Carl Allison, a 3-year vet, giving Oklahoma two of the best flankers in the business. Here comes TCU's Horned Frogs onto the sod of Oren Field in Norman, Oklahoma, and the folks give them a hand, too. One of TCU's many softs is halfback Hal Pollard, number 16. And number 85 is a 200-pound senior end from Vernon, Texas, Johnny Crouch. Well, the captains meet in the center of the field. Oklahoma won the toss. They elected to receive, and there's the Oklahoma team getting their final words from Coach Bud Wilkinson. They go onto the field, and here comes TCU onto the field. TCU will kick off. Oklahoma will receive. TCU center Hugh Pitts will do the kicking. He's getting all set as we see him along the 30-yard line. Gets the official sign. Pitts moves forward, boots it downfield. A nice kickoff to get the game underway, and it's fumbled, bobbed around by Allison on the 31, picks it up, and brings it out to the Oklahoma 38-yard line, where it's 1st and 10 for the Sooners. Sooners out in their famed split tee now as Gene Callum quarterbacks them. Callum on a pitch out to Buddy Leak. Buddy Leak looks for a receiver, can't find one, decides to run. Tackled hard by Hugh Pitts, and a loss of 2 yards on the play. A line play picked up the lost 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 10 for the Sooners. The ball's on their own 38-yard line. Callum once again running his team. Callum gives into the right halfback, Bob Herndon. Herndon over right tackle on a nice run, finds some daylight, picks him up and lays him down as he goes all the way down to the Texas Christian 39 and a first down. A pass play failed, and it's 2nd and 10 now on the TCU 39. Callum keeps, goes over left tackle for 3 yards, and Byron Ingram cuts him down. A line play picked up 2, and it's 4th and 8 now on the TCU 37-yard line. Sooners of Oklahoma with Gene Callum barking out the signals in their split T formation. Boydston goes in motion. The pitch out goes to Buddy Leak. Leak tries around the left side, does some nice running, picks up 8 yards and a first down. Oklahoma on the move now, 1st and 10 on the TCU 26-yard line. Callum once again pitching out to Buddy Leak. He comes at us around the right side. Buddy Leak, a fine runner and a great halfback. Picks up another 10 yards and a first down on the TCU 16-yard line. And the crowd here at Norman, Oklahoma, they like Mr. Leak this afternoon. 1st and 10 now for the Sooners. The ball on the TCU 16-yard line. Right end is number 41, Max Boydston. Callum hands off. There's a fumble on the play. Kurt Burris moved in and recovered for Oklahoma. No gain on that play. Callum quarterback sneaked for 4. So now it's 3rd and 6 for Oklahoma. The ball on the 11-yard line of the Horned Frogs. Callum on a pitch out intended for Buddy Leak. Leak running with it nicely down across the 10. He's hit hard and fumbles. Ball bobbling around loose, and it squirts out of bounds for a loss of 1 yard on the play. So now it's Oklahoma's ball, 4th and 7 on the TCU 12-yard line. Bud Wilkinson's boys running very well out of the split tee, threatening here in the first period. Callum with the ball. Pitches out to Buddy Leak. Leak looks downfield for a receiver. Throws down complete to Boydston, but he's out of the end zone, and so TCU takes over 1st and 10 on their own 12-yard line. Horned Frogs now on offense for the first time in this ball game. 42 is Ronnie Clinkscale, the quarterback, as he calls the signals. Gives to the right halfback, Ray Taylor. Taylor tries at left end, and he's dropped for a loss of 2 yards. Bob Herndon and Max Boydston brought him down. TCU unable to make a first down and has to punt. It's Ray Taylor standing deep in the Horned Frog punt formation. There's the pass back to Taylor. Taylor booms it away. Buddy Leak takes it on the 43-yard line, brings it back up across the 45, and down he goes. Now it'll be 1st and 10 for the Oklahoma Sooners. The ball is on their own 49-yard line. Gene Callum running the team. Callum pitches out. The ball gets away from Buddy Leak. Leak looking for a receiver, running around, spots one and throws downfield. And it's complete to Carl Allison. A beautiful play that time. And Carl Allison rambles for an Oklahoma first down. Well, the bench and the crowd loves that here at Norman. A nice play by Buddy Leak. 1st and 10 now for Oklahoma. The ball is on the TCU 34-yard line. Callum gets the snap from center. Pitches out to Buddy Leak. Leak running to his left and throws downfield. It's intercepted by Ronnie Clinkscale of TCU, and down he goes immediately on the 6-yard line. TCU on a pass interception, and the Texas fans root. The line play picked up nothing, and now it's 2nd and 10 for TCU. The ball's on their own 6-yard line. Clinkscale taking the ball, unable to hand off, and he is dropped for a loss. Don Brown made the stop. A line play picked up 4, and now it's Texas ball, 4th and 5 on their own 11-yard line. Ray Taylor once again stepping back into punt formation out of his own end zone. Ray Taylor spirals it downfield. Buddy Leak picks it up on his 36-yard line, starts coming back. Buddy Leak rambling with the ball, number 22. Finds lots of room, picks up some blockers, and look at him go. Buddy Leak across the 40, down across the 30. Buddy Leak on a beautiful run for Oklahoma, and down he goes finally on the 19-yard line. A penalty advanced the ball down to the TCU 11, where it is now 3rd and 1 on the TCU 11. The quarterback is Callum as he calls the signal. Callum keeps the ball and is dropped for a loss of 2 yards. The big end, Jim Cooper, brought him down. So now we find 4th and 3 for Oklahoma. The ball on the Texas 13. The crowd yells for a touchdown. Callum moves out in that split tee, decides to keep the ball, stumbles though, and he stopped for no gain. So Texas Christian takes over on their own 13-yard line, and the quarter ends with no score. We pick up the action in the second quarter, where it's 4th and 12 for Texas on their own 48-yard line. Ken Weinberg punting. Weinberg boots a long one down, and it goes along the goal line. Buddy Leak picks it up, and he's dropped very close to the goal. The officials step in and put it on the 1-foot line. Nice punt by Ken Weinberg. Leak bobbled the ball, was stopped on the 1-foot line. So it's 1st and 10. Oklahoma's ball practically on their own goal line. Sooners are out in punt formation now. Buddy Leak deep in his own end zone. There's the pass from center. It's a low one. It's bobbled around by Leak. Leak can't get it away, decides to run, and he's tackled in the end zone for a safety. It was Norm Hamilton who brought him down for TCU. And so the Horned Frogs go out in front here by a score of 2-0, and the Oklahoma bench looks sad. Well, after the Oklahoma kickoff and following the safety, here we are now. 1st and 10 for Texas, the ball on their own 48-yard line. Handoff goes to Hal Pollard. He hits right tackle and picks up 3 yards before he's boomed down by Bob Burris. Another line play, gain 3, and now it's Texas 2nd and 4 on the Oklahoma 46. Pitch out, comes out to Jim Swink. Swink running nicely with the ball. Scoots the right end for 6 yards and a first down. Bollinger and Brown making the tackle. 2 plays, gain 2, and it's Texas ball now. 3rd and 8 on the Oklahoma 47. The quarterback is Charlie Curtis. Curtis fades to pass. He spins it downfield, and it's intercepted by Carl Allison of Oklahoma. Allison running the ball back, and he's cut down on the Oklahoma 31-yard line. Well, the Sooners take over now. 1st and 10 on their own 31. Handoff goes to the right halfback, Herndon. Herndon booms over the right tackle, picks up 7 yards. So that makes it 2nd down, 3 to go for Oklahoma. The ball's on their own 38-yard line. Sooners trail by 2 points here in the 2nd period. They set in the split tee. Callum pitches out to Tommy McDonald. McDonald around the right end. Finally dropped by Kenny Weinberg after a gain of 5 yards. A play at left tackle, gain 2, and it's 4th and 1 now for Oklahoma. The ball's on their own 40. Callum keeps, goes over at left tackle and picks up a first down before Jim Cooper drops him. First down, so we find it 1st and 10 now for Oklahoma. The ball on their own 45-yard line. Callum finally pitching out to the right half, Bob Herndon. Herndon goes around left end, picks up 4 yards. He fumbles, but Max Boydston recovers for Oklahoma on the TCU 46-yard line. Oklahoma still has the ball as we pick up action. It is now 2nd and 8. Ball is on the Texas 42-yard line. Callum calling the signal. Callum pitches out to number 25 as he scoots around the right side. Defensively, we look at the Horned Frogs now as they get set to stop the driving Oklahoma Sooners here in this ball game. Boydston goes in motion. Callum calls the signal. Callum fumbling the ball, picks it up, and booms up the middle. Picks up 5 yards before Ev Sally stops him. Oklahoma's ball now. Callum calling the signal. Once again, there's a fumble on the play. Callum fumbling, but Ray Hill recovers for TCU on the TCU 44-yard line, and the Horned Frogs take over. After an exchange of punts, we pick up play late in the 2nd quarter. Oklahoma's ball, 1st and 10 on their own 18-yard line. Oklahoma Sooners, one of the top teams in the nation. The handoff goes to the right halfback, Bob Herndon. Herndon spurts over right tackle on a beautiful run, rambling down and tries to lateral to the Burris, the fullback, but he fumbles and Pitts recovers for TCU. A beautiful run, but Pitts recovers and the crowd is really surprised as TCU puts up stubborn resistance here today. And that's the way the half ended with the score TCU 2, Oklahoma 0.
The more you can reduce friction in an automobile engine, the more miles you'll get from every gallon of gasoline. Reduced friction is one of the big advantages of this new all-weather motor oil called Phillips 66 Trop Arctic. Now let's compare Trop Arctic with this ordinary summer-grade oil. We'll measure the difference in friction by letting these two metal blocks slide over the oil films. The difference is the difference in friction. And there's the same big difference in your engine. With new Phillips 66 Trop Arctic motor oil, there's less friction. And that means you use less gasoline.
And there's less engine wear. New Trop Arctic can double the life of your motor. Oil consumption will be reduced too, so you save all the way around. Any car, any time of year will perform better with new Trop Arctic motor oil. Get it at any station where you see the famous orange and black Phillips 66 Shield.
Football fans here in Norman, Oklahoma this afternoon are sitting in almost a stunned silence as their heavily favored Oklahoma Sooners trail a gallant band of TCU Warriors 2-0. The Horned Frogs from Texas are putting on a defensive show that is reminiscent of the old days, and folks here are wondering whether or not the highly touted Oklahoma offense can get rolling in the second half. To make matters worse for the partisan Oklahoma rooters, it has just been announced that their fine quarterback Gene Callum would see no action in the third period because of a shoulder injury. Now, whether or not the Sooners can get their offense rolling, we'll see, as it's time now to play ball. Kurt Burris kicked off for Oklahoma to open the second half, and now as we pick up the play, we find it Texas ball, 2nd and 8 on their own 23-yard line. There's a fumble on the play by the fullback Buddy Dyke, but he recovers after a loss of 8 yards. A line play gain 3, and now it's 3rd and 16 for TCU. Ball is on their own 16-yard line. Buddy Dyke hits left tackle and picks up 3 yards, and Kurt Burris brings him down. So it's TCU's ball, 4th and 13. Ball is on their own 18-yard line. Start of the second half here. Oklahoma, TCU. Ray Taylor now standing in deep punt formation. Taylor boots it downfield, a high spiral. Coming down, Jim Harris after it on the Oklahoma 31. Harris picking it up. Cutting beautifully. Jim Harris cutting over toward the left sideline as he picks up the blockers. Look at him form in front of him. Jim Harris, number 15, the Oklahoma quarterback. Out into the open now, down across the 20-yard line, the 15, the 5, and into the end zone. A beautiful run all the way from the Oklahoma 31 into the end zone. Nice blocking by Don Brown and a lot of the other Oklahoma boys. And the Oklahoma crowd is really happy as they go into pay dirt. Jim Harris rambled all the way for that Oklahoma touchdown. Buddy Leak now converting or attempting to convert with Harris holding. The kick is up and it's good. Well, the Sooners are out in front 7-2. Following the kickoff, it's Texas ball, 1st and 10 on the Horned Frog 19-yard line. Signals are barked. Ball goes to Jim Swink. Jim Swink on a nice play, running out around right end. Goes across the 25-yard line, almost up to the 30 and a first down. Call it the 30-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for TCU. Charlie Curtis quarterbacking the Horned Frogs now. Curtis, number 46. Curtis on a quarterback delay, goes over left guard and picks up 7 yards. Morrison Gray stop him for Oklahoma. Out of the huddle now, 2nd and 3 for the Horned Frogs on their own 37-yard line. Curtis, the quarterback, calls the signal. He gives to the halfback, Jim Swink. Swink tries left tackle, picks up 4 yards, and that's enough for a first down before Kurt Burris was able to stop him. Horned Frogs ball on their own 41-yard line now, first down. Handoff goes to the fullback, Buddy Dyke. Dyke finds some running room out into the open, up across the 45, down to about the 41-yard line. A gain of 18 yards before Don Harris stopped him. Well, a line play netted 1 yard, and now it's TCU's ball, 2nd and 9 on the Oklahoma 39-yard line. Curtis calling the signals out of the tee. He gives to Buddy Dyke once again. Dyke booms over right tackle and drives for 10 yards and another first down on the Oklahoma 29-yard line. Curtis now once again calling the signals. Keeps the ball. rambles up through the center on a nice gain of 8 yards before he stumbles and goes down. TCU, second down, 2 yards to go. The ball is on the Oklahoma 21-yard line. A very aggressive TCU aggregation here this afternoon. The handoff goes to Jim Swink. Swink booming over left tackle on a nice gain for 16 yards down to the 4-yard line. Bo Bollinger stopped him there for the Sooners. A line play lost 1, and now it's second and goal to go on the 5-yard line. TCU deep in Oklahoma territory now. Horned Frogs come out in a spread formation with Charlie Curtis in the deep spot. Curtis the tailback. Pass from center goes back to Curtis. Curtis coming at us around the right side. Charlie Curtis driving for that end zone. And Curtis goes in for a TCU touchdown. Sweeping right in for 5 yards and the score. The quarterback, Charlie Curtis, goes in, and the TCU rooters really go crazy. Johnny Crouch now will attempt the conversion for Texas Christian. Crouch, big 200-pound senior. There's the pass, the ball down. Crouch boots. And the kick is good, and TCU leads Oklahoma 9-7. And with no further threats in the third quarter, we pick up play in the fourth quarter, where it will be TCU's ball, 3rd and 5, the ball on the Oklahoma 31-yard line. Ball goes to Ken Weinberger. Weinberger fading back, throws downfield, and it's complete to Jim Cooper, and Cooper goes in for a touchdown. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Weinberger to Cooper for a TD for Texas Christian, and are they happy? Well, Hal Pollard converted. The score reads TCU 16, Oklahoma 7. Following the kickoff, we pick up the action. It's Oklahoma's ball now, 2nd and 6 on the Texas 28. The ball goes to the right halfback, Herndon. Herndon slants that left tackle, breaks out into the clear, runs very beautifully. Picks up 21 yards all the way down to the Texas Christian 7-yard line before Ken Weinberger stopped him. TCU line held for 2 plays, but right now it's 3rd and goal to go for Oklahoma. The ball on the Texas Christian 2. Jim Harris calling the signals in the quarterback spot. He steps out, keeps the ball, and goes over right guard for a touchdown. And a partisan crowd here at Norman, Oklahoma really whoops it up as the Sooners now come right back into the ball game. Buddy Leak converted to make the score TCU 16, Oklahoma 14. The kickoff is taken by Ken Weinberg on the 5-yard line. Weinberg brings it out across the 15, stays on his feet, goes up across the 20-yard line. He's hit there, and there's a fumble on the play. Let's see who got it. Burris of Oklahoma got it on the TCU 21. 2 plays picked up 5, and it's 3rd and 5 now for the Sooners. The ball on the Texas Christian 16-yard line. A break for the Sooners here in this ball game. Goes to Burris, the fullback, and he fumbles. And Bobby Dyke recovers for TCU on the Horned Frogs 15. 2 plays gain 2 yards, and it's 3rd and 8 now for TCU on their own 17-yard line. Number 42, Ronnie Clinkscale back in at the quarterback spot. Clinkscale running out to the right, keeping the ball, cuts upfield. And boom, he's dropped for a loss of 4 yards by Kurt Burris. Situation now finds Texas 4th and 12. Buddy Leak converts to put Oklahoma in front, 21-16. Now here we pick up the play with TCU's 3rd and 18 on the 24. It's Clinkscale with the ball. He throws downfield, and it's complete to Johnny Crouch and a 21-yard gain. Texas Christian fighting back in this 4th period, and their fans say, go, go, go. A line play got nothing, and now it's TCU's ball, 2nd and 10 on their own 45-yard line. Curtis is the quarterback. He fades, throws downfield, and it's complete to Johnny Crouch in a 9-yard gain. And now as we pick up play late in the 4th period, it's Texas ball, 4th and 18. The waning moments of the 4th period here, the TCU Horned Frogs. Pass goes back to Clinkscale. Clinkscale looks downfield. Still looks, finally spots and throws. It's complete to Johnny Crouch. A beautiful catch on the Oklahoma 12-yard line. A 45-yard gain. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. TCU really driving here in the final seconds. And now just seconds do remain. Clinkscale in the deep spot. Spread formation. If pass goes to Clinkscale. Clinkscale looks for a receiver. Throws downfield. Pass is no good. Officials keeping the boys in hand down there as just seconds remain in this ball game here between Oklahoma and Texas Christian. Oklahoma leads 21-16. It's been a dandy at Norman, Oklahoma. TCU's ball now. They're down in scoring territory in about the 13. The ball goes back to Clinkscale. Here he comes around the left side. Ronnie Clinkscale on his feet and running, and he is brought down. On the 5-yard line, the gun sounds to end the game, and the final score, Oklahoma 21, TCU 16.
Imagine yourself in this American Airlines DC-7, waiting for clearance from the tower for takeoff. The captain has it. Down the runway you go with a tremendous surge of power. You're in the air, and the smooth-running engines of this American Airlines flagship are operated with Phillips 66 aviation gasoline containing diisopropyl. Diisopropyl and HF alkylate were developed by Phillips Petroleum Company during the war for use in high-performance aviation gasoline. Now that government restrictions have been lifted on these components, they're available for use in automotive gasoline. New Phillips 66 flight fuel gives increased power, smoother acceleration, greater fuel economy, and is clean burning, eliminating the necessity for special additives. Get new Phillips 66 flight fuel at stations where you see the famous orange and black Phillips 66 Shield.
Oklahoma's explosive second half stopped another major upset, and the Sooners remain undefeated.